growing groups of commuters on the road. 50,000 a day make the trip into downtown Vancouver. City engineers like Jerry Dobrovolny made cars a low priority long ago.
In the 60s, there were a number of reports that said that a freeway was needed through Vancouver in order to keep it viable, economically viable. The reports at the time, staff all chuckle at because it said, if you didn't build the freeway by the 1980s, the city would just be clogged with congestion and it wouldn't function, it would fail.
Under public pressure, City Council at the time rejected the consultant reports. Then, 10 years ago, Vancouver made so-called alternative transportation its top priority, and car commuters its lowest. It became official in 1997. When it comes to transportation, Vancouver wants to foster walking above everything. The needs of cyclists come second, then public transit, then goods transportation, high occupancy vehicles, and last, single occupancy vehicles.
Vancouver has a long history of designing the city around the people and not around the automobile. The city's transportation plan, which was approved in the 90s, said at that time that we were going to keep the road capacity at about the same level that it was in the 90s, and that we were going to accommodate growth in the alternatives.
Since then, 140 kilometers of bike routes have been set aside, one parallel to every major car route. They're not closed to cars, but not convenient for them either. The number of people walking to work is up because the city made residential development a priority downtown and made downtown attractive. 55,000 more people live here than 10 years ago. In that same 10 years, transit use is up 20%, but that is actually one area where some people think the city is failing.
We're doing better than most, but if you're saying by model something that has everything lined up perfectly, we're still a ways from that.
So I collected all of
Anthony Pearl is a professor of urban studies at Simon Fraser University. He says discouraging car use is great, but Vancouver dropped the ball on public transit.
Our SkyTrain system costs a lot more per kilometer and doesn't deliver as much as, say, Portland's light rail or Calgary's light rail systems do. We're a model when it comes to walking. We're probably in the bottom half of the bus brigade. Vancouver's buses, there's not enough of them. They don't provide the capacity that people need at peak times. And so our bus system could also have a long way to improve.
There are other challenges. All around Vancouver, bedroom cities are sprawling. Most of them don't share Vancouver's approach to roads and cars. Still, Vancouver planners say their priorities aren't changing because they say they're working.
For my commute, it's about the same in the morning, whether I ride my bike, take transit, or drive a car. It's about the same, and that's kind of what one of our goals was: is to make it so that if you choose an alternative, you're not paying a heavy penalty. That it's not more difficult on you to do what people might say is the right thing to do environmentally.
For car commuters, the news is not good. Their commute times are going up. And with Greater Vancouver's population expected to grow by another 1 million in the next 25 years, it could be enough to make even a die-hard driver think about leaving the car at home. Darryl McIntyre, CBC News, Vancouver.
And that's News in Review. I'm Carla Robinson. Thanks for watching.